Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make these hot cocoa cup bombs. That's a mouthful, but I hope you guys enjoy this. These are not as popular as the cocoa bomb, so I feel like they could be a really good hit for your business. As far as videos, I've only seen one person here do it on YouTube, and it's by a girl named Pam. I don't think she does this for a business. I think she was just doing it for fun, for her home. So I do want to share the business side of it and talk a little bit more about pricing, packaging, and all that. So I hope this video is somewhat helpful. Nobody here around me in my area sells them, so I know they're going to be a great hit. I could be totally living under a rock, but that's personally what I've seen around here. So this is the stuff you're going to need, basic stuff that you need for hot cocoa bombs. The only difference, obviously, the cups, and I'm going to be using these cellophane bags. I already happen to have these, and I prefer this size. I'm going to talk a little bit about that towards the end, but I hope you guys stay tuned. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and that way you don't miss out on any videos. I do show a lot of videos what I use for my business. I'm not currently taking custom orders at all. I sometimes do flash sales, but that's about it. Just because I am pregnant and my daughter, it does have a lot of speech therapy, so I had to take a cut back. Okay, enough of the chitter chatter. All you're gonna need is about the same quantity that I use for cocoa bombs I use for this. So about a heaping teaspoon is basically what I use for a cocoa bomb. That's what you're gonna put in here. So you just want to make sure to spread the chocolate evenly throughout your whole cup, and then I just take off the excess. I personally like using a thicker chocolate, so I know a lot of people do get confused about that, well, why do you say your favorite chocolate is Merkin's, but then you use this? So let me explain a little bit, just in case you're new here. So Merkin's, I love that, and that's for dipping treats, and personally, I think that's the best chocolate out there in the market, and at least that's what I was using a few months back. It's been about 2-3 months that I'm not fully working anymore, but let's say dipping Rice Krispies, it's so much thinner and so much nicer consistency. Now for this, I don't mind using Merkin's. I meant Candy Quick or Almond Bark that are much cheaper in chocolate, but I don't use it because it's cheaper. I just personally like it because it's thicker, and that way I only have to do a single layer. I know people do double layer. I couldn't even imagine doing 2 layers. I feel like it would take forever in my opinion. So I do like my chocolate for cocoa bombs at least on the thicker side. So I hope that solves the question out as to why. But once you have these done, you're going to pop them in the freezer for about 3 minutes. It really doesn't take long. So on the border of the edge, you can see it has a little border, a little rim on the edge. You want to go ahead and snip it. Just enough to snip that little ring around the area. And I bought these on Amazon. I will link everything down below as to where I purchased in the description box. In case you want to purchase anything that you see on here, you're going to find it there. This is where I find most of my items for my business. So once you do the snippet, you just want to go ahead and pull. It's so easy. I know it looks very nerve-wracking because that's what it seemed to me, but really once you do it, you're going to see how easy. Obviously, just be gentle. Don't be too rough on them, as they are very, very fragile. And I don't typically like touching them. I was just trying to get a closer shot so you guys can see how perfectly the sides do come out. So like I said, just a little snippet on the border, and that should do it. I've never had a problem where mine got stuck, and some even come easier than others. Some I don't even have to pull the whole side, and as you can see, it already came out. So the next step, obviously doing the lids, which this is, I feel personally, it's the most time consuming, or at least the part that I didn't enjoy much about doing, which are the lids, because it did take some time. So you just want to cut the cups in half and use obviously the upper part of the cup, so that way it's the same size as our cups. So once you do that, you're going to place them out on a parchment paper, that way they unstick nicely. And I use again another like heaping teaspoon. The first time that I did this, I did it way too thick, so this is my first time doing it. I don't know if I mentioned that already. This is my first time. So as you can see, I practiced with one, but from that one that I practiced, I noticed some things that I don't want to do this on my next ones because I noticed how much difficult it is. So obviously just a teaspoon, that's literally what you need. So just imagine like you're doing your 2 shells to connect the palm. This is basically what it is. I'm going to talk about a little bit about weight, because I did weigh both of these cups compared to my regular cocoa bombs, which I use a 2.7 exactly. That's the measurement for my cocoa bomb. So I did want to measure just to see if it's the same quantity or if it's less or more. I will talk about that in just a bit. So you want to do the same process as your cocoa bombs. I personally like using a plate, and I got this question, I believe, on TikTok as to why if I use the plate and if I have to reheat it. And obviously, yes, I do have to reheat it. In this case, no, because obviously I'm not making a lot. But let's say when I have thousands of bombs to do, yes, I'm reheating it. But I much prefer doing this method than putting it over the stove, as my whole hand gets heated with the whole stove. So what happens? Your hands are hot, you're touching your cups, you're slowly melting. As you can see, you have like chocolate residue on your hands because now the cup has melted in your hands. Not only has it melted, but you have fingerprints all over, and it looks so professional. So here, I don't know if I mentioned, but obviously you're going to need marshmallows. I didn't show them in the beginning, but because I didn't have any, this is at 10:30 at night, and I ran to the store while these lids were in there. So I left them too long to the point I don't know, you can obviously see the color difference. That happened. I'm guessing it's just because I left them a little too long, maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Like I said, I had to run to the store, but I'm pretty sure in maybe 5 to 6 minutes, these lids would have been done. So I did want to explain that because I don't want you guys getting scared like yours are going to come out like that. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's just because I left mine too long. So this is the first try what I had done because it worked with my first, which was melting just the bottom, but enough so the edges of it also melts. That way it doesn't only stick to the marshmallows, but to the side of the cup, which I personally feel like that looked best. Like out of all my cups, these are the ones that looked best. But then I also wanted to try just using a piping bag and going around the rim of the cup afterwards, because if I were to do this, I have to decorate them right there, and that's too difficult because once you go to drizzle it, then if you don't have a good pulse, the common thing that's going to happen, chocolate's going to run around the side of your cup, and that's not going to look very professional. So I decided to do it this other way as well, which is just basically adding chocolate with a piping bag, a Ziploc bag, to your lid, and then adding the marshmallows. So I did about 2 layers of marshmallows. So you want to do the first layer of marshmallows, and then we're going to add our stick, which one of these paper straws is going to be enough to get 3 little sticks out of there. Obviously the sticks are not long enough where it's going to be a full-on straw for them. It's just for decoration purposes. Like I said, I bought these off of Amazon, and you want to put chocolate on the bottom but also on the side of the stick so it sticks to the marshmallows as well, and not only the cup. That way it's more sturdy, and your clients can actually grab them from there when pulling it out of the baggie. So this is me doing the second layer. I did mess it up a little bit, so I was like, I don't want this to be the final presentation. But you just want to glue everything. You just want to put as much or as little as you would like. See, like I kind of did like 2-3 layers. Technically it was 3 layers, but like not all of them had 3 layers. Just go ahead and drizzle and add your favorite sprinkles. This is just things that I had in hand. It's not even that I prepared for this video or anything, but I personally think these cups turned out really cute to the point I will post them on my Instagram and promote them for business. Just because, like I said, I do feel like I'm proud of myself for being this my first time. I know that I can get so much better. If this is how my first tries looked. I feel like, in 20 tries more, in 20 more bombs of these that I do, I can get so much better. And hopefully I can share a little bit more tips. Obviously with regular cocoa bombs, there's so much that I can share now, because obviously I did them the whole last year, and now this year there's a lot that you learn with every trial. But I'm just sharing my knowledge as of right now, what worked for me, what I plan to use for my business, because I will post a picture about these, and I know I will get lots of questions. So that's one thing with this. I see some people using like just a regular sprinkle and putting it in the middle. I personally don't like that. The sprinkle's just too small compared to it, so you need something big. So Wilton icing, Wilton has these icing decorations that are phenomenal for these. They look so, like, just look at them. Or it could just be me being obsessed with my own bombs, right? But I personally feel like it looks really, really cute. You just glue it on, put it into your little plastic bag, and then I just put clear, like the ones they use for your children, those type of little, oh my god, I can't think of the name, for your hair, hair tie, there we go, a little tie. That's what I used. So it's as simple as that. You can add a ribbon. I felt like it looked a little bit too much. This is just how I plan to package them. You can also put them in a separate box, but then you have to add on to the price. So as far as pricing, my regular single cocoa bomb is $6. However, this one I do plan on selling it for $8. This is why. 1, it takes a little bit longer. 2, I weighed it out, and my regular bomb weighs 56 grams, and this one weighed 62 grams or 58, like almost the same, but without the top. So because I knew it would add weight once I add the marshmallow on top, so I also weighed it out with marshmallows, and it weighed 84 with the whole topping and straw and everything. So in the end, it doesn't matter if it's technically just the marshmallows, because it is more ingredients, so you have to charge for that. So that's just the difference. It weighed 84 grams with the marshmallow top, and then without it, it weighed like 58, 62. I forget the exact number. And my regular cocoa bomb weighs 55. So you can see kind of the difference, and that's what I plan to price mine at, and it's perfect for a 16-ounce. My regular cocoa bombs, I promote them as 12 to 16 ounces. This one is for sure a 16 ounce. I use 16 ounce and I'm more of a sweeter person, and I felt like that was just the perfect quantity. So yeah, let's say it's a person that doesn't like a lot of sweetness, they can even go to probably even 18 ounces. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you try it out for your business, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.